How's that? Because of the governor's school kids here, I decided to read about some poems that I wrote about a trip where I was able to go to France in the year 2000 and paint in Monet's garden. First poem, it all began with the ad. Small, black and white, curled up like a stamp in the upper right-hand corner, looking much like a Cheshire cat with that crazy kind of smile. Content and so utterly sure of itself. Art study Giverny, it purred, providing a website which was a novelty in the year 2000. Perusing a dream with a click of a mouse in the privacy of my own home. No one peeking over my shoulder, critiquing my thoughts, poking and probing my intentions. Photographs and testimonies appear. A quaint lodge, Monet's garden, art, easels, French wine, 3 meals a day. Hip, hip, hooray! Fears. Have you ever felt the kind of fear that arrives the very moment you attempt something new? Precisely when you decide to respond to the invitation, the very second you step out of the boat, all by yourself, both feet firmly planted on the impossible. Have you ever felt that kind of fear? It's pretty hard, so difficult, being the first one out. Anything truly creative has never been done before. Perhaps you'll fail with everyone watching, ready with platitudes of why you shouldn't have stretched so far, them safe on the shore. What will people think? Maybe you'll fail. Maybe you won't. No one knows for sure until you take that step, the one you're afraid of taking. Packing. The Eddie Bauer wool jacket, of course, along with the wine wool sweater, navy blue turtleneck and raspberry wool cap. The jacket with many miles logged on, still retaining the scent of sheep. Not entirely pleasant, but comforting and water repellent. Plaid colors of autumn with leather buttons, nubby textures like a day-old beard, good-sized pockets for things like tissues and a camera and cafe money. Wool feels so purposeful and earnest, true with honorable intentions. I packed wool for layering, to keep me warm and dry, to keep me honest in a wholly organic sort of way. This is the poem about painting in Monet's garden. Light shimmers about, bounding off forget-me-nots, traipsing off tulips, tripping across the pond, fussing at the water lilies. Glorious illumination, sensory overload, planted for pleasure, juxtaposed for texture. Willows streaming, leaning, roses arching, water gardens sedged in mustards and blues and greens, lavender, wisteria vaulting, dollops of iris and poppies riotously overhung, reflections 1,000,000 times 10, fleetingly effect tenuous, elusive shades quietly cultivated, enjoying perfection, content in their stations. I didn't paint often in the garden. There was simply too much to acknowledge, to experience, to be in the presence of. Like being welcomed into a holy space, gently becoming aware of the rhythm of your breath, the flutter of your heart, receiving a strong desire to remove your shoes and wiggle your toes and let your shoulders down, allowing the silence to surround you, wrap you in peace, envelop you in a satisfying mystery. Monet's garden was a lot like that, wholly complete, extremely beautiful, meticulously maintained, well-loved, enjoyed.